Welcome guys. In this video, I will try to walk you through the installation steps, the configuration and how to run a Hello World program in Android. The reason why I'm doing this is because during class hours, I don't want to waste time with this basic thing. Okay, so I would make this video and I'll share it with you guys. Please try to do the same in your laptop. Okay, and keep your system ready in order to try Android in your laptop itself. Okay. So let's begin. First, let's download Android Studio, which is the complete IDE for Android development. Okay. Anything with respect to Android development, we would use the same IDE. There is no many IDEs available officially given. Okay. So let me just download Android Studio first. And before downloading Android Studio, please do recognize a few things. You need data. Okay. Around 896 MB is there for Windows 64-bit. This particular Studio. Okay, and if you have a 64-bit operating system, make sure that the Java which you have installed is also 64-bit. Okay, otherwise IDE will throw you an error, but anyway, this is a prerequisite. Okay, so before I can download it, I want you to just features and all I'll explain in the class later. Okay, I'll just skip all these things. I'll just go to the minimum requirement. Okay, so I will just go to the bottom part here. You can see the system requirements. What are the minimum configuration you need to install and work with Android Studio? I'll just scroll down here. System requirements. Okay, I've kept Windows, Mac, Linux or Chrome OS, whichever you're using. I think majority of us would be using Windows. There might be somebody with Mac, some people with Linux. Okay, it doesn't matter. Any operating system you can download and start using it. I don't have any issues with that. Okay, so those who are using Windows, okay, it should be, there is a requirement that it should be 64-bit. Okay, the requirement is to have a 64-bit operating system because the app development demands it. Okay, so if you have a 32-bit operating system, you will have to reinstall. Okay, I do not recommend you to work with 32-bit. It's always recommended to use 64. All right, and then you have minimum 4 GB RAM. Okay, this I think most of you would sort it out. Okay, 8 GB RAM is recommended. Now, the reason why these two descriptions are given, 4 GB RAM minimum, 8 GB RAM is recommended. The reason is, see, after developing the Android application, you have to test it, right? Okay, whether it works or not. So you have two choices for that. One, test it on an actual phone, okay, which means whatever phone you are using, or get an Android phone in order to test your application. One way. The most simplest way is that test it on an actual phone. Okay, what if you don't want to spoil your phone or do something wrong with the phone and you would like to test it only on laptop itself? Then you need to use an emulator. Okay, the one which runs like Android, an emulator. So what we do is if you are using your phone itself as the testing device, you can use that 4 GB. If you have 4 GB RAM, you cannot afford to run the emulator. If you have a 4 GB RAM, I always recommend you to use your own phone or get a spare Android phone which you have ignored, or is it there somewhere? Okay. And if at all you have 8 GB RAM, then still you can use your phone itself, but you have a choice of having 8 GB and above, guys, whoever has 8 GB, 10, 16, okay, whatever you have. In case if you have 8 GB and above, you can also create an emulator. Okay, so which means you don't require an actual phone. In the system itself, we'll create an emulator. I'll show that also in this video. Okay, and this space I think all of you will have, and the resolution and all I don't think so is an issue. Okay, so at the bottom they've given emulator system requirements. In order to use with emulator, your system requirements will be a little bit different, which is a little bit more than what is mentioned here. Okay, so remember that. So I would keep this on hold for some time. Okay, the requirements will be a little bit more higher than your normal Android Studio running. Okay, so I leave it to this to you guys. And this thing which I wanted to highlight is hardware acceleration is required in order, if you are planning to use an emulator, you should enable virtualization in your system. Okay, all these things are technical, all right, very much in-depth technical. So I think most of you already know. If you do not know, if you are not able to do it, please do get back to me. I'll guide you in, because every laptop is different. Every laptop, how to enable this virtualization is also different. Okay, so I'll tell you based on your laptop, but I think there is description here. If you are able to follow it, well and good. Otherwise, please do contact me. I'll fix that issue for you. Okay, so emulator, in case you're using emulator only, all these things comes into picture. If you are going to use your own phone, you will not have this issue, guys. And the thing is, in the lab, in the college lab, you have 16 GB RAM. So we can easily work with emulator itself in the lab. But as long as you're not able to come to college, we will use your laptop itself as a development environment. And in case you can afford, please keep a phone separately, or you can use your own phone. We are not going to use any harmful code, so I don't think so it'll make an issue for you guys. All right, so please do try to use your own phone so that the system is a little bit faster. Okay, if you have 4 GB RAM, I recommend you to not use anything else while you're using Android Studio, not even a browser. Okay, keep Android Studio as it is, because it will consume a lot of RAM. Okay, so with that, let me move on. So first, download Android Studio. Do not forget that. Okay, so once you downloaded it, an exe file will come. I think probably you guys know how to proceed. Just click next, 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 and finish. Okay, so once you're finished, do not think that our work is done. Once you have finished, once you have installed Android Studio in your system, okay, you'll get a small icon. Okay, once you have installed, it will come like a regular application. So once you have opened that application, you would get something like this. Okay, this is the screen which you get as soon as you open Android Studio for the first time. Okay, a small window will be there. I've just maximized it. Now, when you create a new project, before even you begin this, okay, there will be something called SDK, Software Development Kit. Okay, so your Android Studio will automatically download what and all is required. Okay, please remember, you need internet, first thing. All right, second thing is that you need more data. 1 GB would not be enough, guys. Okay, so in case if possible, please go to a place where you have unlimited internet, like Wi-Fi or college Wi-Fi or something. Okay, so please do come to that kind of place and try. If you are trying with the 1 GB RAM, sorry, 1 GB data which you have from your mobile service, probably it will not be enough while installing Android Studio. Okay, it's a one-time process, guys. After that, only a little bit of data is required, so don't worry about it. All right, so let me just create, once you have done that, okay, once you see this screen, if you are able to open Android Studio and you are able to come to the screen, okay, go to the next step, click on create a new project. Now, please note technical aspects, I'll take it in another class. All I'm looking for in this class is to just create an app and run it. Okay, that doesn't require technical, just next, next, next. So I'm going to continue clicking on next. Let the name, give a particular name. Okay, just give hello world or something like that. Okay, so I leave it to you guys. Okay, whatever name you want to give, just give. I'm just going to skip all these things, click on finish. Okay, so please note, I've not gone through any procedure right now. I'm just trying to run a hello world. Okay, whatever step is involved, what and all is there in between, all these things I'll take it in the next class. Okay, once you do this, okay, when the system is getting ready and your IDE is doing its work in the background, okay, please don't be in a hurry. Try to wait because it will take a long time. Okay, so it might take some time for you guys to get the full thing, design and all those things. Please do be patient, guys. Okay, please note that the project setup, this particular screen to get without anything revolving, no progress bars coming, okay, anywhere in the screen. If you see any progress bar, please wait till the entire thing gets over. Okay, it will take some considerable amount of time the first time you're running it, guys, because it has to download a lot of components and then run the project or make the project proper. Okay, so it might take some time. Please be patient. Okay, and once this screen you have got without anything saying processing, please wait, all those things, if you're not seeing, then let's go to the next step of trying to run this particular program. I'll explain the project structure and all those things a little bit later. There are two files which are open. If you come to the second screen, it will take some time to load if you're doing it for the first time. But after that, you should just see a screen which says hello world. Okay, that's all. This is what we are expecting right now. So how do I run this? Okay, first I'm going to tell you the simplest way. The simplest way is to run it on your phone. Okay, how do I run it on my phone? Connect your phone using a data cable to the laptop. Okay, it might be C type or normal USB. Okay, just connect your laptop with your phone and choose the mode charging. That's enough. No need for any media transfer or camera transfer, nothing like that. Just make it as USB charging. Okay, do not make it load into anything else. And then go to the phone settings. Okay, those who already know this can skip this part, but then please remember, there in every phone, every Android phone which you guys have, there is a hidden option called developers option. Okay, if you want to use that, you will have to, every phone has a different way, guys. Okay, so just search how to open or how to enable developer options in my phone or whatever phone you have, that model. Okay, search for it and you will find it. If it's not possible for you to find, just contact me. Okay, through Google Meet, I'll help you to find that or sort that out. Okay, you can just share your screen and we can get you through the procedure and we can enable that developer option thing. All right, so once you have enabled developer options, you will have to enable an option called USB debugging. Okay, I'm repeating it again. Developer options, you have to enable it in your phone. It will be hidden. All right, and then you'll have to enable another option called USB debugging. Okay, once you have enabled this, your phone will be detected by your laptop. If it is not detecting, which means you're missing some drivers. Okay, so again, that technical issue is different for each and every laptop. Okay, so if you are able to fix it on your own by searching on the internet, it will be better. In case if it's not possible, please contact me during the time which I'm telling you on probably Wednesday or Thursday. I'll let you know. Okay, you can contact me and then I'll be available on Google Meet and we'll share your screen and then we will try to sort that issue out. Okay, so do not worry about it. If it is here, we would have done it faster. But anyway, in case if you are able to come to the campus, we can obviously sort it out. All right, so make sure that your laptop is fixed with that particular issue. Now, the second step, okay, tell you the second step is to use an emulator. Okay, how do I create an emulator? First of all, you have to open something called AVD manager. All right, let me just tell you the full form right now. Android virtual device. Okay, what do you mean by virtual? You guys told me in the previous class that virtual means not real, not a real phone, but I'm trying to emulate a phone. Okay, so you will have to come to the AVD manager. Okay, I'm just focusing on that icon. Just see a phone will be there. Below that, there'll be an Android symbol. That is the icon. Open the AVD manager. All right. I have already created one virtual device called Samsung something. Okay, so let me create a virtual device once again from the beginning for you guys to understand. If you already have a virtual device, go for it. Use the same thing. I'm going to create a new virtual device. Okay. Please choose phone only. All right. And in that one, choose a simple resolution. Do not choose high resolutions because as the resolution and density DPI goes high, it'll take a lot of computer graphics from your system. Okay. So I would prefer to take a simple one, not that too much. I found medium one is fine. Okay, 5-inch or 4-inch. Okay, whichever. I prefer a 4-inch one because it's be smaller. So choose a small screen and a small resolution because it will be faster. The higher you go, the slower your phone will be. Emulator, not the original phone. Okay, this is emulator. So choose that and then click on next. Anything. Okay, you can go lower also, but not too lower. At least 4-inch or 3.7. Okay, choose anything and then go back to the next screen. Okay, this again will be extra thing downloading required if you are using emulator. You have to download something called as a system image. Okay, which operating system do you want to run on that emulator? Normally emulators, if your original phone is there, every phone will come with an operating system. Then you upgrade it to the latest operating system. Okay, here you choose which operating system your emulator will run in. Okay, so you can see all the choices which you have below. Okay, I have downloaded already Android R. Okay, the stable version which was released, and another one S is already come, but I will not prefer because it's still in preview mode. Okay, so I'll just choose R. If you have not downloaded it, you will find a menu called download right next to it. Okay, like how others I've got. I've not downloaded any of those things, only R I've downloaded. So once you have finished downloading on it, click on next. Okay, and give a name for the virtual device. You can give any name you want. So since I've already given Samsung, let me just give MI Note 5 or 6 or 10 or something like that. Okay, whatever name. That's just for your recognition. Okay, there's nothing to do with the program. This is for your satisfaction. Give whatever name you want. Okay, and then click on show advanced settings. This is important. Okay, let the graphics and all be automatic. Okay, just click on show advanced settings and let's scroll down a little bit. Okay, do not change any of the options. Let the other options be as it is. Okay, but RAM, please note how much RAM are you going to give for this virtual device. Okay, now I do not prefer more. If you have 4 GB RAM in your laptop, do not use an emulator. But if you have 8 GB RAM, give 1 or 2, not more than that. Okay, do not give more than 1 GB or 2 GB RAM. The recommended one is 512. 512 will be very slow because the screen size is small. They have given you recommended size is 512. So I'm going to just change it into 1024, which is nothing but 1 GB. Okay, I'm just trying to give 1 GB of my actual RAM. Okay, please note physical RAM of the device. My device RAM, I'm giving it to this emulator so that the emulator will take my RAM as its RAM. So if I have 8 GB RAM in my laptop, 2.5, 3 would be already taken by my operating system. 1.5 to 2 will be taken by Android Studio already. If I give 1 GB back to this Android virtual device, my system will become slower. Okay, so which means other apps, when I'm running simultaneously, you might find it difficulty in that. Okay, so what I prefer is give not more than 1 GB. Maximum give 1 GB. Do not change any other setting. Keep as it is and click on finish. Okay, so a virtual device will get created and it will be added like this. Alright, so please note the first time you run it will be very slow. So I'm not running the one which is created recently, but rather I'm going to run the one which is already created by me. Same steps, only thing is this is smaller resolution than the previous one. Okay, so I'm trying to run this right now. Right now my emulator is ready, and you can see that my emulator picks a lot of things from my laptop itself. Okay, so you see that my system is ready. A phone, it looks like an actual phone, but it is not actually a phone operating system. Okay, but and it's not a physical phone, it's a virtual phone. So that's why it's called as a virtual device. So let me just try to go to the menu. Okay, here you see my phone screen with the basic apps are installed, and this much is available right now. Okay, no other apps are there because basic screen is there. Okay, no much apps are available. Okay, let me go to the settings. This is for people who have actual phones, okay, which are based on Android OS, the unmodified one. Let me just show you where to go and find the developer options in a regular phone. Okay, so normally it will be available in the about screen. Okay, so please go to the about of your phone. Nowadays the MIUI or Vivo, or I'm not sure about the model numbers. Okay, but some of them keep it on the top about the phone. Okay, all details about the phone, what model is your phone, and what version of operating system is running, which is the RAM, what is the Wi-Fi address, all those things will be kept on a particular menu. Okay, earlier it was at the bottom of the screen, like how I showed you here. Okay, in Android original OS it's still at the bottom, but in some modified operating systems like MIUI or MI phones, it will be on the topmost. Okay, so but find a place like this and you will find all these things available about that particular phone. Okay, what is it, your name, whoever is logged in, what is the device's name, what phone number you belong to. Okay, all these things will be given, SIM status, IMEI number, all about the particular device will be shown to you. Okay, typically it will be on the build number. The option what I told you in the previous one was developer options. Developer options are typically hidden from normal users. Okay, they are not shown to everybody. But how do I enable it? Just keep tapping on build number for some time. Okay, 3, 4, 5 times probably. Alright, you just keep tapping on it. It will tell you how many steps you are away from being a developer. Now I'm going to show it here, but it is not only going to be with respect to build number. In some places, I think MI phones, it is based on the OS. Okay, I'm not sure about exactly what version of OS, MIUI, which version you're running. If you tap on that 5 times, developer options will get enabled. So let me just start tapping on it. Let me just click on it. 2, 3. Okay, now you see that 3 steps away from being a developer, 2 steps away, 1 step away from being a developer. I've locked it once again. It says you are now a developer. Okay, so it just shows that I've already enabled the developer option. So all I need to do is come back out from that about. Okay, and I should find this extra option added somewhere. Okay, so let me just find it in system, advanced, and you see there is something called developer options. So it is not the same in all the phones, guys. Some of the phones are like this. Some phones have a little bit different mechanism. Okay, so I cannot tell you generally how to open this, but this is what I've given with the regular Android operating system. Okay, developer options enabling. But if you have a specific phone in which you're not able to find this, please let me know. I'll try to fix it. Okay, so anyway, let me open developer options. Once you have found the developer options, scroll to a place where it says USB debugging. Okay, please note here it is already enabled by the system. there is a reason for that. The system automatically enables it because it has to take the app from Android Studio into the emulator. That is why this is automatically enabled. But in your phones, in your actual phone, this will be by default disabled. Okay, you will have to enable it by providing permission. Okay, in MI phones, you will have to give your username password once again, or probably you'll have to authenticate in order to enable this option up. Okay, the reason why, because if you have enabled USB debugging, anyone who connects your laptop to your phone will be able to send APKs without permission, without asking any permission. It can be installed on your phone. Okay, that is why this is hidden, and also this is only used for development. Okay, this is used for a particular purpose called debugging. Okay, we are just going to find out what are the problems in that app using debug mode. Okay, so this is how you enable USB debugging. Now, those who are using emulator, your work is very simple. Create an emulator like this. Okay, once the operating system is up and running, okay, all you need to do is click on this play button. Make sure that the app here, for example, I have MI Note 10 which I just created. Samsung M10 is here, okay, which is already running. So you'll have to choose a running device and click on run app. Okay, all I'm going to do is just click on run app and nothing else. I didn't do anything else, guys. Okay, so when I do that, it will take some time, but at the bottom you can see the progress. A build is running. After that, installing APK should come. Okay, once the installing is done, I should be able to see the app which you have here, the hello world, to come here. Okay, if that comes, my work is done and we have run the first Android app. Okay, this is what we are trying to do in this class. Let's see how it works. Now you can see that the app which I created named as HW came from my Android Studio, and right now it's running in my emulator. Okay, this is what I want you guys to try and make sure that this hello world comes in your phone or emulator. So that's our first step towards this. Okay, and I could have continued this as a technical session in the offline class, but since it is online, I do not want to waste time. You guys will understand, even though I finished this video in probably within half an hour, but when you guys finish this, it might take much time, because downloading and running Android Studio is not going to be that fast. Okay, probably your download speed might be faster, but not your system speed. Your system speed might be comparatively slow. In that case, you will have to wait a lot, guys. So whether you learn Android or not this semester, you will surely learn patience. Okay, so with this, I'll stop this video here. All right, so please try to do it on your own and let me know if you face any technical issues. All right, so first try to put your effort, and then if you are not able to solve it, do contact me. We will try to fix this, and without getting this, we will not be getting into the technical sessions hereafter. All right, so from the next class, probably after one more session, I will be starting with programs. We'll start with each and every step involved in this, and we'll go step by step. All right, so before I go to the technical aspects of this particular thing, what I've done in this particular video, I want you guys to try it on your own and make sure at least hello world is working from your side. Okay, with this, I'll stop. Guys, please do try this and let me know. Thank you, guys.